It's going to be a tough interview.
Gonna be really bad.
Can I edit it? I can edit it if you want. Oh my God! You want to see down my throat? Yeah. They call me Jay Gizzle.
Got the questions right here.
I have the answers right here. That was smooth, right?
That was you have to keep that one in. Okay. What is your name, age, and where do you go to school currently?
My name is Jeffrey Scott Bodner Jr. I'm 22 years old. Currently, I go to Keene University, chasing my bachelor's degree.
How did you get into making music?
So I started in high school, honestly. To me, it started as a joke. I started off making music, making fun of my friends, which I have deleted. Not too proud of the content that I made. I still have one about my friend Gurjeet. Can't release it because it's rather disrespectful to his character. And he's a good friend of mine, so there's no need to do anything harsh to him. In my later years, starting probably a year ago, I started making music to cope with my emotions. Very helpful outlet to deal with that.
How long have you used SoundCloud?
So I've used SoundCloud for about 4 years now. I started making music about 4 years ago when I was in high school as a senior. But you're not going to find that music on there because I deleted most of it. Like I said, it was just making fun of my friends. But taking it seriously, I've seriously started using it about 2 years ago, actually putting out weekly content.
Let's go weekly. Oof. What was the motive behind your SoundCloud account?
So originally, I started my SoundCloud account, like I said, to make fun of my friends. It was all in good fun because I would make fun of one of them and they would get a kick out of it. It was to mainly make my friends laugh. But once I actually started getting good at it, I started actually taking it seriously and making things that I think that people outside of my friend group would enjoy.
What program and what do you use to record your music?
All right, so let me give you a little setup real quick. Right now, I got this AT2020 on a boom arm connected to my second monitor. I like to keep this up here when I don't got music going on, but when I'm recording, I like to put it right up against my mic, talk real nice, gets the vocals in. I got something stuck under my desk right here. I got an audio interface. It's just to give power to the microphone because it's an XLR microphone. It's not the USB powered one, so it needs a little bit of help to get going. And then I use FL Studio for the main audio engineering aspect of it. Very powerful program, like to throw a lot of effects, a lot of vocals in there, ad libs, of course. Great question. Of course.
Thanks. Who has musically inspired you?
Oh, I didn't think about this question. Hold on. I think I need to beef out my answers a little bit more because that's okay. 30 minutes, right?
Yep. At least she said at least close to 30 minutes. Like, however, if it's not 30 exactly, it's not horrible.
I need to talk a little bit more because I feel like I'm giving you like 30 seconds an answer.
We're on question 6 out of 15. So,
how long have you been recording?
I have no clue. It doesn't say.
Oh. Shoot.
I wish I should have timed it.
Should have timed it. We should if it's not, we should run through it again. Like now that I actually answered the questions, you know what I mean? I just keep going.
This is a practice.
Practice, and then I could comp both of them together. All right.
Thanks. Okay. Do you even know who has musically inspired you to be? What about J Beebs, Little Bieber? You know.
Okay. I know my answer.
Okay. All right. Let me rephrase it.
Nice.
Sorry, gotta be professional.
That happens.
Who has musically inspired you?
So my answer is going to be a little bit out of the box, not maybe not what you think, but I would say Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, probably some of my biggest inspirations.
Mhm.
Miley Cyrus too. Not the type of music I make, but it's definitely music that I like to listen to. I like to jam out to. I love pop music. Justin Bieber is also a very nice figure in my eyes. Makes a lot of good music. Love all the artists. Really gets me motivated to make something new. Other than that, I like to listen to some rappers. Eminem is a big one.
What messages are you trying to deliver to people in your music?
So I like to make a lot of sad songs. But my underlying theme is that it always gets better. I like to make a lot of sad songs to cope with my emotions, but I always try to add something in there that lets the person listening that at some point it does get better than what you're dealing with now. And there's always someone that's doing worse than you are.
What emotions are you trying to invoke when people listen to your songs?
Inspiration, motivation, two of the biggest things I like to pull out of people. All right, so like I was saying before, motivation, inspiration are pretty big things that I like to pull out of people in my songs. I like to make a lot of pop songs, a lot of songs that induce a lot of like feeling to go out and do something, like high up tempo things that really make you want to get out there.
Do you see yourself making music in the future as a career?
Honestly, I would love to see myself making music in the future as a career, but I just think it's too hard in this current climate to do that. I think I read a stat, don't quote me, but a while ago. I think you have a better chance of winning the lottery than going pro in something like that. Either sports, but you can bring it right to this situation. You have to be very unique. And right now, I don't think I'm doing anything different than what other people are doing. I think right now I'm just focusing on it being something that helps me deal with a situation rather than actually expecting people to follow me and listen to the stuff I put out. For me, it has never been actually trying to gain followers or gain plays or anything like that. I just do it because it makes me feel better about something I'm going through.
What else are you passionate about besides music?
Other than music.
What's that?
All
No,
right,
we're
no more,
continuing.
no more messing around. Ravioli, ravioli. I would say another one of my passions is schooling. I've been focusing my attention pretty heavily into school since I started my high school career. Um, Moving on to college, I definitely focused a lot harder than I did in high school. I didn't have bad grades in high school, but I definitely didn't do my work in a timely fashion. When I started college, I put a lot of attention into it and I tried to focus a lot more of my time on studying for tests and quizzes and stuff like that, getting my homework done in a quicker amount of time than I would before. I stopped putting everything off to the last minute, although sometimes, still happens.
Um, what is your college major?
My major has been all over the place since I started college. I went into college with no idea what I was planning on doing. So my first classes I took were general education and I had no major. Um, After I started taking a few classes, I was told since I had no idea what I was going to do with my degree in the future that I should take a communications degree. So that's what I did, started taking communication classes and graduated with my associate's degree in communications. Right now, like I said before, I'm at Keene University. Um, so I was told to take a communications degree because there's a lot of things you could do with it. And if I wanted to switch my major, it'd be pretty easy since most majors require a comm degree. So when I got into university, I still had no idea what I was doing. So I went into a general business education degree. After taking my first accounting class, I figured that I wasn't going to want to do any more classes like that. So I switched my major. After I took that business class, my next semester, I took a marketing class because I thought that was something I was going to be interested in. But after taking that class, I realized that is not what I want to do in the future. So this semester, I decided to take a few PR classes because that was a part of my communications degree in my journey to my associate's degree. And right now, I'm really enjoying all the PR classes I'm taking, such as journalism and just intro to PR in general. So I'm majoring in PR and I'm going to be minoring in psychology. So I spoke with my academic advisor early in the year this semester, and I had enough psychology classes for my associate's degree that would allow me to minor in psychology. So I decided that that would just be a good thing to have because with a minor degree, you can, if I wanted to go into teaching. On in my high school career, I wanted to be a teacher at one point because I didn't feel like any of my teachers really knew what they were doing. I felt like a lot of the teachers brought minimal effort to the table. So in high school, like I was saying, I had a few teachers that I had felt had no idea what they were doing. They were just there to get paid at the end of the day. I had a biology teacher that didn't teach us anything, and I felt like a lot of the classes I took could have been really interesting if they were just taught by the right teacher. I've had a few really good teachers in my life that have changed my entire opinion on a subject just by being a good teacher and being there for the student, which I don't feel like you see a lot in high school nowadays or even college. One teacher I'd like to talk about in general was my math teacher my freshman year of high school. He was a very tough teacher. My freshman year was for Algebra 1, and I hated him my freshman year. Everybody in the class didn't like him. He was a very strict teacher, but as I progressed through my high school career, I understood that it was just a tough love kind of situation. If you gave him respect, he gave you the respect back, and he's one of the teachers that I actually looked up to the most in my senior year, all because of the way he treated me my freshman year.
Where do you think your degree is going to get you in the workforce?
So I took a class my freshman year of college for my first degree, my associate's degree, and it was just an intro to college course, just teaching you about the general benefits of college and like how to incorporate into the college lifestyle. And I actually learned from that teacher that with an associate's degree, so as I learned in one of my classes, my teacher told us that you make an average of like 10,000 more dollars with a degree. So I'm looking on my other screen. I got the facts pulled up. So
On the
with
triple mom?
on the triple mom. So you someone with just a high school education makes like $38,000 annually. And then when you get an associate's degree, that goes up to an average of $46,000 annually. And then when you have a bachelor's degree, it goes up to an average of $64,000 annually. So education, in my eyes, definitely does pay a lot better if you have it than if you don't have it, unless you go into a trade school, because then you get paid a lot either way. Are you ready? Ready?
Yep.
What was I gonna say?
Oh my god, he forgets.
I did forget. What was the question?
Oh my god, the question.
All right, so I think a degree also gives you a level of credibility that not all people have, and you have an edge over other people that apply for the same job. So when I'm looking for a salaried job in the future, I feel like having a bachelor's degree to show that I'm specialized in a specific area will give me an edge over somebody that just has an associate's degree or no degree. Because right now, a lot of people are realizing that college isn't totally necessary to learn what you need to learn to get into the workforce. Not a lot of jobs require a degree, but your pay will be better if you have the degree, and you'll also be held to a higher standard when you have a job.
What is your ideal work environment?
So even though I think I'm pretty good at speaking and pretty good at coming up with creative ideas, I don't see myself being able to be a leader in a work environment. I feel like it be very stressful to lead people and be able to and have to tell them what to do and when to get things done, because I've never been a person that really likes to tell people what to do, and I would feel really awkward if I had deadlines to meet and I had to talk to somebody
Yep.
about if they were making a mistake or something and I needed to address that. I don't think I would thrive in that position. I also don't think it'd be good to be in that position because people ask you for help. Hold on, my village is being raided by this guy. Saying I don't think it's going to be good for me to be in a leadership position. I would definitely rather just be a worker, just told what to do, or like given a set of tasks to do. All right, so my optimal job would probably be something where creativity is at the forefront of the position. I really think that my strong suit is creativity, which is why I like PR so much, because I'm able to really put all my energy into my brain rather than manual labor. I've never wanted a job where I have to lift heavy. I'd rather have a job where I can think heavy. I like to think my strong suit is my brain, because while everybody can do jobs where you lift heavy things for 8 hours a day, I don't think everybody can do things where you need to look at things through a creative lens.
Okay. Plans. Do you have any?
So my future plans are pretty short term right now. I don't really have much in line for the future. Right now, my goal is I just got a job at Old Navy, so I'm gonna work there probably 5, 6, 7, who knows, maybe even 8 months. I'm gonna acquire some money from this job, get some retail experience. Definitely a good thing to have on a resume. I don't have too much work experience. So I'm going to complete this semester, work for the entirety of the winter break. And then when I go back, I'm going to be in my senior year. So I'm only going to have 2 more semesters till I get my bachelor's degree. I'm probably going to use this job as like a seasonal opportunity and then take an intern when I get back to school on like January 29th, probably something within the PR field. My teacher actually has a business and he values me as a student. So I'm going to try to perhaps get an internship under his wing. I think he's a really good teacher and I think he can bring me some very valuable knowledge from a hands-on perspective.
Oh, you're a senior? Like this next semester?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be graduating in the winter?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
If I take a summer class, because right now I need 7 classes. No, hold on. I need 11 classes. So if I'm taking 6 classes next semester, and then I have to take 1 over the summer, or 7 classes in the following semester, which I honestly don't know how well that's going to work, because it might be a lot of work because I'm taking very niche classes since I'm like in the back half of my college career. They're very like niche classes that I need, and they're not offered at good times. So if I do take 7 classes, it's going to be a very bad schedule, and I'm not really looking for that.
Interesting.
So I'm probably going to take 1 over the summer, and then I only have to do like 5. Yeah, 5 is. I'm not
Oh
sure
God.
why I said that.
Okay, last question.
Last question.
What's your go-to fit when writing an essay?
I'm glad you asked. Give me 1 second.
I got all the seconds you need. Oh.
So this is like what I kind of like to throw on when I start writing an essay. Really gets me in the spirit, really gets me in the mood to start grinding the essay out. Usually I can write maybe about 2 pages per hour, but with this, I throw it on and I get like 2 pages done in 30 minutes.
Oh boy. Sorry, I just needed that. Look at it. Look at us. Okay, no. Magic Mike, put that away. Cover it up. You're so
Leave that
dumb.
in there.
No, keep that out. You don't know. Okay.
The Batman. All right.
That was pretty groovy.
I get slop top on the reg, never have to beg. Every day I'm in a different bed. That's how you living when you're living like me. All the girls just wanna do me like Nike, hockey. Never know what might be greatness if you wanna go ahead and put in time. I'm becoming something that was never likely. A straight A student and I'm only copping 90s. I'll see you when I'm waiting at the finish line, holding on to my degree. You'll be thinking, where's mine? Didn't even work for it, and frankly didn't even try. Oh, sheesh! That's pretty heat, huh?
That was
Both
you did.
useful, helpful, knowledgeable, and maybe even a little bit of entertainment in there.
It was pretty funny when you whipped out the Batman suit. What are you doing?
There's buttons. I don't know what these buttons do, low key.
Okay. Thanks for being my interview person. I'm so glad that I got to interview you about your epic SoundCloud. Okay, you're done. Yeah, I see the buttons, thank you.
I'm gonna leave that